They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me right.
What's up, guys? I got a huge announcement for you today on the channel. After working as a technician for Ford for the past 19 years, I decided it was time for a change of scenery and actually went back to my roots. I took a position at Subaru of Moon Township, which is where I actually started my career back in 1998, but I don't actually work at the Subaru dealer. They built this awesome used car facility about a year ago. Everything's all brand new construction, brand new equipment. It's been here for about a year. So this video is a little bit overdue. I started here 3 weeks ago, but I kind of wanted to feel the place out before I let you guys know that I actually made the switch. So we're going to go inside and check this place out. Alright, here we go. Look how clean and shiny this floor is. Look at all the lights. It's so bright in here. Got all new equipment, new tire machine, new wheel balancer, new alignment rack, all new lifts. We got natural light on this side of the shop, which is awesome. Head back here to my area. You may recognize my big yellow Matco toolbox. So today, I do actually have a Ford on my rack, and also a Chevy. You can see there's a pretty big variety. We got a Fiat in here, a BMW, a Volvo, a Toyota, a couple more Fords, a Chrysler, and we do have two actual Subaru techs that do the heavy work from the main Subaru store up here. And then we also have the detail shop in here. This is my area. See, it's super clean, uncluttered. Every technician up here has their own computer. A lot of stuff is computer based up here, which took me a little while to get used to. I still got my radio that I had down at the Ford dealer. But yeah, everything here is super clean and shiny, just the way I like it. So like I said, I've been here 3 weeks so far. This Monday is the start of my third week. So now I figure I have a better handle, so I can kind of tell you what's what here. Like I said, a lot of the stuff is computer based. The repair orders, everything you have to enter on the computer, where I never had to do that before, so that was a little bit of a learning curve. So the first 2 days was kind of getting acclimated to all the systems they use here. I wasn't really working on cars that much, but then the last 3 days I was able to bang out some hours. So my first week I turned 51 hours, which is a little light for me personally, but you know, my first week at a new job, they were pleased here. So like I said, I started back here at Subaru back in 1998, and it was a Subaru Volkswagen store, which was right next door to the Ford store that I came from. But since then, they got bought out by the current owner, Lithia, which is a pretty large corporation. They own 190 dealerships across the country, and they're still growing. So when I started, Volkswagen and Subaru was in the same building. Now those two stores have split to two separate buildings, and then they just built this used car facility, like I said, less than a year ago. So I'm sure you guys are wondering why I left Ford after so long. To be honest with you, it was just kind of getting stagnant. I pretty much did everything I could do with the Ford brand. I was a Ford Senior Master Technician for the last 11 years. I was pretty much at the top of the pay scale of what that dealership was willing to offer. The last goal I had was to turn over 100 hours in 1 week. I did that 3 weeks ago, or actually 3 weeks before I left. I turned 108 hours in 1 week. I had the opportunity to do that sooner, but I just wanted to prove that I could do it. So I turned that. So I pretty much, like I said, did everything I could do with Ford. There wasn't really anywhere else for me to go. At the Ford dealership is a smaller dealership, no other position for me to grow into. Where now that I work for this larger corporation, they own, I think, 8 or 9 dealerships in the Pittsburgh area. So I figured there could be potentially more opportunity for me to grow into a management position if I want to. Later on, you know, I've been turning wrenches for 22 years now, and it does take a toll on your body. I'm 46 years old, so by the time I'm 50, I'd kind of like to get out of wrenching and move into a more cushy position, so I figured this would be a better opportunity for that to happen. But like I said, about 3 weeks in, I really like it here. It's super laid back because they only service used cars here. There's no customers coming in the building. There's no showroom here or anything like that. So there's no appointments, no schedule. You basically just take the next used car in the bin and you get to work. So here, basically, I pull a used car in, check it over, enter everything in the computer, pull it out. Pull the next car in, so on and so forth, until I get a couple cars where I have, the work's approved and we have the parts. Then I pull those cars in and start working on them. So it's a pretty good system. I usually have one car that I'm checking over on one rack and one car I'm working on the other rack. So a lot less stressful here. At Ford, I handled all the used cars, so I could potentially have the used car manager, the sales manager, the GM, the service manager, the service writers, or any of the salesmen in my stall at any given time, asking me for help, which, I liked that because, I felt needed, but sometimes it was overwhelming, where here, we just have a shop foreman, one service writer, one parts guy. So it's a small operation. It works smoothly, way less stress, and I haven't had to work on nearly as many pickup trucks. At Ford, I would say at least every other vehicle I worked on was a truck. So I was lifting up heavy wheels, putting on heavy brakes. So I would be pretty worn out by the end of every day. Where here, we actually do a lot of cheaper cars, which I was surprised. I didn't realize that. I thought I'd be doing a lot of low-mile Subarus, but they do a lot of higher mile, older vehicles here, like a value price type cars. So the variety is way more than I expected. On any given day, I'd work on, I'd probably pull in like 6-8 cars a day, and they would all be different makes and models, ranging from anything to a $1,000 Hyundai to a $70,000 BMW so far. But if you go on Lithia.com and check out what they have in stock across the country, it's pretty impressive. I mean, they have anything from a $1,000 car to a $350,000 Ferrari 812 Superfast. So there's a huge variety of vehicles on their website, so make sure you check that out. But I left Moon Township Ford on good terms. Those guys are still my friends. So if you ever need any help with newer used Fords, I certainly would definitely recommend you checking them out. But we also, Lithia owns 3 Ford dealers in this area as well, so feel free to check those out. But yeah, Moon Township Ford, been with those guys a long time. I have a long history with them, and they took care of me. I took care of them, so we had a good rapport. I was sad to go. They were sad to see me go, but it was just time for something else. So here we are at this store. So it's fairly laid back here, so I'll have opportunity to actually review more makes and models of cars, and I won't be quite as worn out. So I'll have more energy to edit those videos when I get home. So I should be ramping up my contribution to YouTube here in the near future. So now more than ever, there's an abundance of automotive technician positions opening. We got guys retiring. There's not a ton of people coming into the field. Not too many people want to get into the blue-collar field anymore, but we're hurting. So there are plenty of opportunities in the field. So if you're looking to get into field, now would be perfect time. There are a ton of opportunities. And if you're in the field and, like I said, your job's getting stagnant like mine was, there are a ton of opportunities for you guys to move around. So if you ever have any questions about getting into the field or what maybe you should look for in your next job, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to talk to you. I made a video a while back of how much money I made as an automotive technician, and I've made over 6 figures, and I know a lot of other guys who have too. So that was another one of my goals at Ford was to hit that 6-figure mark, and I did that I think back in 16. So really that was pretty much the reason I left. There was really nowhere else for me to go. So I was looking to come here for more opportunity. And if I do stay a technician for much longer, this is a lot stressful, and I'm not working quite as hard to make the same amount of money. So that's pretty much what this was. It was just an update on basically my career path, my life, and the channel. What's going to happen on the channel now? So probably going to see some more Volkswagen Subaru reviews. But like I said, I left Ford on a good note, so I'm sure they'll still let me review the Fords, and I'll still be doing the performance mods up here in a cleaner, shinier, brighter shop. So I hope you guys liked this video. Thanks for checking out my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Have a great day.